Hello again, everyone. Brant Locklear along with Connor Amos. And Connor, the finals of the Calhoun County Girls High School Softball Tournament. White Plains has to lose twice. Oxford has to win twice.
Yeah, rematch of last year's county championship game, and actually a rematch from earlier today as well. Same pitching duel with Anna Snyder on the mound for the Wildcats, and from what I could tell, it looked like JoJo Skinner was warming up for the Yellow Jackets, so we'll probably see her next half inning. But Anna Snyder had a good performance today on the mound. She'll look to continue that.
There's the first pitch, grounded to third, picked up, fired to first. A little high, but a nice catch over there, and the Jackets have one down.
Yeah, Liner wastes no time swinging at the first pitch. Greenwood, the veteran, able to collect it and make a strong throw over to first to Mueller for the first out.
First pitch swinging. Here comes Taylor Ellison in. Yellow Jacket shortstop. She takes the Snyder pitch outside for a ball. One ball and no strikes. Snyder throws a bit of an off-speed pitch, chopped down the third baseline. Greenwood charges, throws, couldn't beat it. Taylor Ellison beats out an infield single.
Quick running by Ellison down the first baseline, able to beat that strong throw from Amber Greenwood out. Good job by Greenwood coming up and giving herself a chance to make the play. But Ellison will have the single with one out here with Whaley, the 3-hole hitter, coming up to bat.
Morgan Whaley steps in. Had a big game last team. Hammered off her fist to the second baseman, picks up, and she is thrown out at first base on a nice play by Ashlyn Hinton.
And Oxford's coming out aggressive as Whaley swings at the first pitch, just like Liner did, the leadoff batter. But jammed her a little bit on the inside corner with the fastball. Second baseman's able to make the play for the second out. Oxford, that was really their issue the first game against White Plains. Didn't have good quality at bats, swung at a lot of first pitch strikes like that, and really helped Anna Snyder out on the mound.
Kendra Larkin takes it high. More importantly, the ground ball by Whaley moved Ellison into scoring position, potential scoring position on a base hit. Snyder delivers, ground ball to the shortstop. And there's
going to call her out.
A collision between the runner and the shortstop, and that's always going to go with the fielder. And the umpire finally calls her out, and the inning is over. We'll go to the bottom of the first here. No score early.
The tire, arguably the most important part of a car. Without it, we could not stop, we could not go, we couldn't drive at all. They come in all sizes, brands, treads, prices, and ratings. How do you know which is the right tire for you? Thankfully, there's Cobb Automotive, and they have been answering this question since 1981. With a large selection of brands and sizes in stock, you are sure to get the right tire for the right price. Cobb Automotive, located on Highway 21 across from Walmart in Oxford, and 2001 Quintard Avenue in Anniston.
Being a doctor, I know the symptoms of a heart attack. To experience them yourself is something completely different. When I woke up with severe pain in my arms and chest, I hesitated. When the pain persisted, I chose RMC. Thanks to RMC staff and Dr. Yamamura, my bypass surgery was a success. It's comforting to know we have quality doctors right here in Calhoun County. Regional Medical Center, advanced technology, advanced care.
Bottom of the first. White Plains comes to bat. A quick first inning, and we've had a lot of quick innings today as we've gone throughout this Calhoun County tournament that it's seen Oxford now and White Plains playing it off.
And it is indeed going to be JoJo Skinner back on the mound for the Yellow Jackets. She faced White Plains earlier today, had a good pitcher performance. She only gave up 2 runs in the first inning on a 2-run homer from Anna Snyder, the 3-hole hitter, who she'll face in this first inning. But she really had a strong performance, and of course, like we talked about, Riley Waldrop in the circle for Oxford had 2 wins today against the Alexandria Valley Cubs. How many pitchers can say they beat Alexandria twice in one day? So it's just so much pitching depth for Oxford, able to switch in and out pitchers.
Skinner takes it in on Wood. Wood was 1 for 3 against Skinner in the first game this afternoon. Shelby steps in there, takes the first pitch for a ball, 1-0. Swing and a miss. Wood comes out of her shoes on that swing.
Boy, did she. I was on the outside corner. She's trying to pull the living daylights out of that one, but a big swing from a little girl.
She was trying to hit that thing on top of 10th Street Mountain. Low and outside, Skinner used that pitch to really keep White Plains off balance. The inside, outside, different speeds.
She did really 2 pitching styles from both of the pitchers for Oxford.
Low and in the dirt, ball 3.
Not a bad miss, 2-1 count. That's a pitch that some of the White Plains batters chased earlier today. Shelby Wood, a real disciplined batter up at the plate for the Wildcats.
She hits a high fly to the shortstop. Ellison calling it, makes the play. 1 out here in the top half of the first inning. You gotta love these Wood sisters. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Brent.
You gotta love the Wood sisters.
Oh, I know
hustle.
it. I got the chance to watch them play basketball this year in the county tournament as well, and they just compete. I'm telling you, they're quite the duo.
It's what high school athletics is all about.
It is. I mean, get to play with your sister.
Yeah. There's a high fly ball, center field. Liner looks like she's got a beat on it. Standing out there in the foliage out there. There's tremendous. The grass is really growing well here at Oxford this week with all the rain.
And Liners looked much more comfortable in the outfield today after that first game against Alexandria. She had a hard time on a couple of plays getting her glove on the ball, but she's really started to settle in at the plate and out there in center field.
Here comes Anna Snyder to the plate, and she's been a beast. A homer, a single, and a walk in the last game against Oxford. Drove in both runs.
Yeah, she's just missed dude all for White Plains, and like we talked about earlier today, she's headed to Jacksonville State to play softball.
And her days are winding down at White Plains, and what a career it's been.
I'm telling you, it's every year, like since I've been out of high school, I keep wondering, and I see her name in the paper, I see that she's still playing, I can't believe it. I mean, she's been starting since she was in 8th grade, but it just never seemed like she was going to graduate, and luckily for the teams around this area, this will be her last year when the blue and white.
Yeah, we moved here in 2009, probably 2009. Went up there to White Plains, and she was just like an 8th grader.
Oh, I know.
7th or 8th grader up there.
She used to wear that mask up on the mound, too.
Still there. Ball high, 3-1.
But she's really developed into a great overall player. I mean, she's been in the batting order from the time she was in 8th grade. She may have been a pitcher only at one time, but I mean, she's always been the girl in the circle for the White Plains Wildcats as they made all these runs in the regional championships.
Let's see if the Jackets pitch to her, and they don't. Ball outside. I think they've taken the strategy. They're not going to give anything for Anna Snyder.
I don't blame her. I don't blame them.
That's 2 straight walks now for Snyder. Carly Wood steps in. Catcher for the Wildcats. She went 0 for 3 against Skinner this afternoon. Takes a strike, snap throw to first, not close.
Yeah, she kind of had a tough game first go around. You could tell she was frustrated. I think she struck out her last at bat. And
last 2 at bats, in fact.
She's a competitor though. She'll look to bounce back in this game. She's a dangerous hitter at the plate.
Foul tipped it on an off-speed pitch. I believe that was a foul ball, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Should be.
And the runner moves down to
should
second.
Be going back to first. What? Really? Yeah, it sounded like it hit the end of the bat.
It did.
Maybe I'm hearing things, but
I saw it hit it. I thought anyway.
It took
it's
a weird
strike.
It took a weird spin.
Snyder gets down to second, which is with 2 outs, gives White Plains a chance to get a run on the board with a hit. Wood hanging in there. She hits a high fly to right field. Dempsey under it, going to make the play to retire the Wildcats with no runs on no hits. We'll go to the second.
It's so buffering.
Common sense here. Oh, hey, Doc. Your monster seems a little slow.
Well, I powered him with the internet from the phone company.
You need Cable One high-speed internet. It's 10 times faster than DSL.
DSL. Bad!
Cable One high-speed internet.
It's monstrously fast.
Yes, Mommy's coming over again. Thank you for introducing us. Of course I love him. And he's never late. I'm just so happy. He always seems to know the right thing to do. It's not easy to find someone like that. Yes, I'm going to show him the shower. You're so bad. Oh, gotta go. Bye.
For any residential or commercial plumbing needs, call Ted's Plumbing in Anniston, serving Calhoun and surrounding counties since 1985.
We're going to the top half of the second inning. Leading it off for the Yellow Jackets, Mackenzie Trantham, the number 5 hitter. And she is on a hitting tear. She's gotten 3 straight hits in her last game. She did go 0 for 3 against Snyder earlier this afternoon.
We got to think about how fresh Anna Snyder is, too. I mean, the whole White Plains team, for that matter, had a long break today.
Yeah, we got through about 3 o'clock, and it's now 7:40. It's about a 4.5-hour break.
Yeah, it's really an advantage to those two teams that are able to advance to the winners bracket final. As we saw, Alexandria looked a little bit fatigued today as they had to come through to the losers bracket.
Line drive into the seats over on the left-hand side. Look at that lush grass out there.
Yeah, it looks good. It's pretty tall. Like we kind of pointed out earlier today, whenever the ball was rolling out there on a hard hit line drive to left center field, you could tell it slowed up. But I mean, that's to be expected with all the rain that we've had.
Well, you could hide Easter eggs out there tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah, you could.
It's been like my yard. When can you mow it? You know, it's rained every single day for like a month.
And they've really been working hard on this field.
Oh, yeah.
And just from what I've seen today, there's no telling how much they were working in the days leading up to the tournament today. I mean, after all the rain we had last week, it looks great. Yeah.
Greg Bagley and his crew just doing a great job all year long with these tournaments.
He stays busy, doesn't he?
Oh, he does. Pitch to Trantham, swing and a miss. Strikes her out. Her first strikeout of the game for the fireballer Anna Snyder for the.
Yeah, we talked earlier. She only had 3 or 4 strikeouts in the first game against Oxford. Did go 7 innings. Didn't have a time limit in that one, but her defense made some plays behind her.
Well, Oxford swinging to the first pitch like they do here. Here's a grounder to third. Greenwood fires over.
Yeah.
And gets there. You don't have a chance to strike out anybody.
Yeah. That's 3 or 4 batters that have done that now. You're not gonna beat White Plains that way because Anna Snyder is, like we said, she's well rested. I mean, she knows what she's doing out there. She's a veteran. You just can't give her any breaks. You can't help her out at all. You got to have good at bats at the plate. Hit your pitch. Try to go deep in the count.
Grace Mitchell swings at the first and with a line drive bullet into right field, and it's caught by the right fielder for White Plains. And let's see if we can get her number as she comes in.
That's Dotson.
Dotson making a nice play, and that's the end of the inning. We'll go to the bottom half of the second. No score.
Have you got the new car itch but don't want to take the plunge with a brand new car? How about getting the most car for the money at Avery Auto Sales? They have a large selection of cars with even some 2014s in the mix. And if you're worried about your credit, don't. They can help get you back on your credit feet with guaranteed approval. Check them out online at AveryAutoSales.net. Then when you see something you like, call them at 256-835-8897 for a test drive. Or just go by. Avery Auto Sales is located on Highway 78 East between Highway 78 and Snow Street in Oxford. That's Avery Auto Sales.
At RMC, we love serving people in the small towns of Northeast Alabama. The lifestyle, the food, the people. But make no mistake, there's nothing small about the care we provide. In fact, we're a member of the UAB Cancer Network and have the Blue Distinction Award for cardiac care and are rated in the top 5% in the country by the Commission on Cancer.
It's not about the size of the town.
It's not about the size of the town.
It's not about the size of the town.
It's about the strength of our regional health system.
We go to the bottom of the second. White Plains trying to break through, going after their second straight county crown. Oxford needing to win here and to win the next one to claim a championship.
And you can tell Lauren Mueller's coming up at the plate. She's got her pullover on already. It's starting to cool off a little bit as the sun's going down.
Yeah, going to make you wish you had a heater before the night's over. Bad news is they've got one in the car and some blankets.
It's probably in the 50s, but it's been a beautiful day. I'm telling you, been a great day for softball. I couldn't ask for a better day after all the weather we had last week. These teams deserve to have some sunny weather to play in, just the way this entire season's been for softball and baseball.
It's been a crapshoot when you go out there. You don't know whether you're going to get to practice or even play.
A lot of postponements.
Well, I smell some Chick-fil-A coming in here from the Bolton family. Right next to us. Unfortunately, we're not going to get any of that Chick-fil-A. Coach Kim Bolton taking her Oxford Yellow Jacket tennis team to Mobile tomorrow for the state championships. High pop coming back this way. It's going to be one of those ricochets, Tyler. Connor, so watch your head.
Yeah, we can actually see now. We had one that bounced off there earlier today. The sun was right behind us, so we were blinded a little bit. But
thing got to worry about is that hitting that roof that you see sticking out there, the green part, and bouncing back down on us.
Crowd out here tonight, Brant.
Yeah.
This championship game for both teams.
Down both sidelines. Foul off to the right side. Lauren Mueller going through all the softballs.
You see that brace on her left knee. I'm not sure what she did to it. She's had surgery or not, but in one of the games I was watching earlier today, you could really tell that it was affecting her over at first base when she tried to run down a fly ball. So, and she also hit a home run.
Yeah.
With that bum knee.
Good number 5 hitter for the Wildcats. Got her with a strikeout on the outside part of the plate again. You know, they had the Wildcats swinging at those in the first game, Skinner did.
They did. There's something about that off-speed pitch.
And it's so uncharacteristic to see White Plains swinging one that's like a foot outside.
It must really be moving. We've
got
about the best vantage point you can have other than being in the batter's box hitting. Yep. And we can tell it's breaking a little bit. But yeah, White Plains has definitely been chasing after it both games against Skinner.
Ashlyn Hinton steps in, swings at the first pitch, and pops it up to Ellison at shortstop for the second out of the inning. First pitch swing again.
And in the 8 innings they faced her between the two games so far, they really have, other than Snyder's home run, and she did have a double in the first game. Greenwood and Snyder had a couple of hard hit balls between those two in the first game. Other than that, they've really just been popping it up or striking out or just kind of dinking and dunking it here and there. They had a hard time figuring out Skinner's breaking balls.
Ball's low in the dirt for Lauren Dotson. She takes it on a 1 ball and no strikes.
A little bit of a change in the order. I think Hinton was hitting the 6 hole last game, so Dodson gets moved up. She's had a good day. She had multiple hits against Oxford the first time around, I think.
Pitch is low. 1-1. Good split screen shot there, the batter and the pitcher. Swing and a miss.
You just kind of tell that ball's rising on her. When it ends up in the catcher's mitt, it's about at shoulder level, but you can tell that it rises up a little bit, kind of deceives the hitter as they swing under it.
Excellent movement by the sophomore JoJo Skinner. Took a little bit off of that one, just missed on the knees on the outside.
That was a good miss.
Whoa, wasn't it though?
Real good miss. It probably was off the plate a little bit, but you can definitely tell she took a little bit off that one.
These two pitchers are just in a...
It's been great pitching today.
Great pitching duel. Pops it up, coming back to this side, fouled off.
A lot of fun to watch, and we've got some real talented teams in this county. I mean, between Oxford, Alexandria, White Plains, and even Wellborn, Ohatchee, teams like that. I'm going to be real anxious to see where all these teams end up once area tournament comes around and regional tournaments, just see how far a lot of these teams are able to advance.
Oh, again, just missed. Low and inside, a little bit off. Took a little bit off of it, but Dotson again able to stay back and not pull the trigger on it.
And they're good misses.
Yeah.
That may not make sense to some people, but it's a good miss. That's a pitch that a lot of batters are going to swing at.
Good pitch right there. Strike 3 call. The inning is over. Skinner strikes out 2. Will go to the top of the 3rd.
having opportunities to stand on some old sacred ground, I often wonder about the lives of these people. Everybody wants to be remembered, and every life tells a story. Like my great-great-grandfather, he was shot, captured, and held prisoner during the Civil War, but sadly, I don't know how he met my great-great-grandmother. I wish I had an opportunity to read their biography, see their life in pictures, and listen to words of wisdom they may have left for us. So imagine information like this being recorded and stored about your family for your future generations. Miller Funeral Home has partnered with BeRemembered.com so you can be remembered how you choose to be remembered, making your life story extraordinary for your future great-great-grandchildren. I believe in this so much. It's not only free, we will give you a discount for participating. So visit us or log on to our website, MillerFuneralHomeOxford.com, and be remembered by your future generations.
It's a beautiful night in the third inning here at Oxford Lake. Oxford and White Plains. White Plains yet to get a hit. Oxford has one. The grounder to shortstop is going to be out, and the inning is over. Oxford, while we were gone, had a double and grounded out. The shortstop and a strikeout, did not get a run. And the score remains 0-0 as we go to the bottom half of the third inning.
Yeah, the 9-hole hitter, I think that was Dempsey, had a hard hit ball out to left center field, left-handed hitter with one out. And the top of the lineup, and Liner and Ellison were unable to knock her in as Liner grounded out to the shortstop Wood, and Ellison grounded out to second base to end the inning.
So far, the Yellow Jackets, no runs on one hit and no errors. White Plains coming to bat in the bottom of the third. They've got no runs on no hits.
Yeah, White Plains will be starting off with 8-9-1. The bottom of that lineup for the Wildcats is awfully tough, though. Earlier today against Piedmont, 7-8-9 had a combined 5 hits and only a 5-inning game due to time limit. So throughout this entire lineup, the Wildcats are plenty capable.
That'll be Anna Rouse and Isabella Pinto. One of the great names on the.
That sounds like a baseball name, doesn't it? Or softball name.
One of those names as a PA announcer you love to say.
Yeah.
Isabella Pinto. Jackets throw the ball down. We get ready to start the bottom of the third inning.
Skinner went 3 up, 3 down last inning, had a couple of strikeouts in the inning on a backwards K against Dodson. She's really controlled her stuff well today in these 2 games against White Plains. The off speed is really giving the Wildcats fits.
Rouse steps in. She was 0 for 2 in the first game between these two teams this afternoon. We've got our pitcher back now. Looking at the beautiful outfield grass, beautiful Oxford Lake Park. They've done a great job getting this thing ready. Just a great scene here tonight. High pitch. Rouse goes after it, fouls it off.
Yeah, it goes after it a little high. I think that's that rise ball she threw last inning as well. You can just kind of tell it steadily creeps up as it comes towards the plate. Rouse was on it, though. She found it straight back.
Skinner fires high and inside, swing and a miss, strike 2. You just love the way Skinner throws it. It's never in the same place. It's always up, down, out.
Yeah, she does a great job.
A great game over there.
Yeah, she is, and she's doing a good job of hitting her spots. She's really been unpredictable.
Outside.
And her misses have been good, too, with 2 strikes. I mean, that's obviously that's okay. They're not going to swing at that most of the time, but her off speed with 2 strikes has hit the right spots. White Plains has done a good job for the most part of being disciplined and not chasing.
Swing and a miss, another ball up and in, a riser.
And just as I say that, she chases that one. But, yeah, that rise ball is really working for her as several of the White Plains hitters have been fooled by it.
Yeah, she's really gotten everybody but probably Anna Snyder really off balance with her throws, pitching. Stepping in now, Isabella Pinto. She struck out both times in her 2 appearances against Skinner earlier this afternoon. Fakes a bunt, takes it high. 1-0.
Well, that's not a bad idea from Coach Ford with your 9-hole hitter up and Skinner throwing as well as she is. Why not try to lay one down the third baseline and let her beat it out?
Off speed a little bit outside, 2-0.
She doesn't show that, Tom. She's taking the sign from Coach Ford over at third. Let's see if she doesn't try to lay down another bunt here.
Watching the Oxford bench. She gets the bunt down foul.
It's a good thing it went foul because the first baseman had that played perfectly. I'm not sure if she was trying to bunt it down the first baseline, but now that they know how Oxford's adjusting to the bunt, the third baseline is open to drag it down that direction.
She was swinging on that when she takes it for a strike. It's one of your worst fears is when you're charging from third and the batter takes a full cut.
Oh yeah, the slap, you fake the bunt and swing right. Yeah.
You dig your toes into the ground, just hang on.
He's bare.
There's a drive, deep left field. That ball is in front of the fence. In the second with a stand-up double, Isabella Pinto gets the first White Plains hit of the night.
She said, "Let me swing away, Coach. Forget the bunt. I can step up here and hit this pitcher that's been doing so well in Skinner." And she drives that ball to deep left center field over the left fielder's head. I don't think anybody out here expected her to hit the ball that far.
The number 9 hitter almost got one out of here for White Plains. That would have been a memory for sure. She stands on second with one out as the top of the White Plains order comes to the plate. Shelby Wood.
And that's just dangerous when you have a 9-hole hitter who's capable of doing that. And then you got 1, 2, 3 and Wood, Greenwood, Snyder following behind her. Really good chance for White Plains to have a big inning.
A bunt down the third baseline, but it bounced off of Wood in foul territory, fortunately, but a good idea. You don't see that very often when they bunt for a base hit like that.
Yeah.
I used to love to see people just drop the bat out and take off instead of turning around and giving it away, but that was a bunt for a base hit.
I was kind of surprised to see Wood do that too. She's typically one that you
that's an effective play if you do it.
Yeah, it is.
Because nobody's charging.
This third base is starting to creep up a little bit.
Way up high, ball 1.
Good job holding off of that one. That's a pitch that several of the White Plains batters are falling for today. Maybe not quite that high, but that ball is steadily rising as it comes towards the plate.
1-1, runner on second. Outside as Pinto takes a big lead.
And that could be a very important run as the final score was only 2-1 today. Two great pitching performances. Both teams struggled to get it in going offensively. So White Plains is definitely.
Skinner throws it in a dirt. Nice stop by Howell to keep it from being a pass ball, a wild pitch rather.
But they're definitely counting on Pinto over there at second base to make some good base running decisions, and their veteran players here at the top of the order to knock her in.
Well, she's got some speed. She plays center field for him. Just missed on the outside corner. No, the umpire got it for a strike. A little slow getting there with it. 3-2. Let's see if you're White Plains, you try something here. Ground ball, chop foul down the third baseline. Larkin over to knock it down.
And she is not going to go down easy. I can guarantee you that. She's going to battle and battle until she finally puts one in play, but she's not going to go down without a fight. This would be a huge out for Oxford if they can get the leadoff hitter and Shelby Wood out.
Especially with Greenwood and Snyder behind them.
It would.
And they walk them. And Greenwood and Snyder, who had 4 hits between them in the opener, are waiting in the wings.
As Wood trots down the first base line, pumping her fist. Great at bat by her. Such a competitor.
You got to think, too, if Greenwood gets on the load of bases, then Oxford can't pitch around Snyder. That'll really spike things up a bit. Swing and a miss on the outside corner. Greenwood takes a good cut.
Yeah, she did. Just right on the outside black. Good location by Skinner like she's done all day today. Greenwood, like she may have pulled her head out a little bit. She needs to keep her head in, make sure she sees the ball hit the bat.
Looks like she may have been trying to pull that ball, too, instead of going to right field with it. Go, nice pitch on the inside part of the plate for a strike. 2 strikes.
And she's throwing some hittable pitches. 2 straight fastballs that are across the plate. Greenwood just unable to make contact.
A lot of movement on each ball, too. She's in the hole 0-2. Now you just dig in, choke up, and try to put it in play. And she does. Up the middle. Ellison grabs it, throws to third, got the lead lady.
And that's the easier play. Yeah, the left-handed shortstop really helped out there. She's able to make the turn to third and get the force out for the second out. But that's one of the few plays where you'd actually like to have a left-handed shortstop.
That's a huge play, too.
It is.
Keeps that pass ball from beating you.
It is a good play. I wasn't sure if you try to go up the middle and turn two, but yeah, at least it kept Pinto off a third over there.
Pitching to Snyder, the same place they've been pitching her the last two at-bats. Outside, she's walked both times. Before that, she'd homered and doubled. I don't think you can afford to throw one here right now either, a strike. We'll see what the Jackets do. They're going to walk her. 2-0, outside low.
Yeah, that's kind of a tough spot if you're Oxford. You don't want to load the bases with the cleanup hitter coming up, but you also don't want to give her anything to hit.
I think the fact there's 2 outs, that helps a little bit.
It does.
But one wild pitch or one pass ball and you're down.
It does, but you also see Carly Wood over there on deck who has the ability to hit the ball over the fence.
Ball. No, they call a strike on it.
He puts that signal up late sometimes. Yeah, it's going to be 3-1 now.
Well, Oxford did bring the ball up, and their coaches are kind of looking at each other on the bench, and they're like, it's like rolling the dice right now. Outside, little changeup, and ball 4. Snyder walks for the 3rd time in a row, and the bases are loaded with Wildcats.
Yeah, and they weren't going to give her anything to hit. They were, I don't know if they were necessarily trying to walk her, but every single one of those pitches was on the outside corner. So now you got Carly Wood, the cleanup hitter here in a big spot with the bases loaded.
Carly Wood 0 for 4 in her 2 games against Oxford. That may have played something into it, too. You got Snyder batting in front of her who hasn't made an out, and Carly Wood who hasn't been on base. She takes it high.
You got to wonder where her confidence is right now. She seems like she's been getting down on herself a little bit. She's kind of been slumping today, but this is a big spot for her. Good chance to get back on the hitting streak.
Got the inside corner, strike 2. No, strike 1, excuse me. 1-1 to count. Wood digging in. Here's the pitch by Skinner. High fly ball, left field. Under it is Whaley, and the inning is over. The White Plains Wildcats get no runs. We'll go to the 4th.
This internet from the phone company is really slow. We should switch.
It's good enough. I think we can close.
But doctor, that's duct tape.
It's good enough.
Common sense here.
You know, good enough isn't good enough. You need the fastest internet you can get, and that's Cable One high-speed internet. It's 10 times faster than DSL.
You know, enough with good enough.
Sounds great, hon.
Cable One, it's just common sense.
Oops, had a fender bender? Have them tow it or take it yourself to Wesley's Paint and Body. Baker Reynolds and his guys have been this area's go-to team for quality automotive body repair and paint work for years. All makes and models, foreign or domestic. They take them crashed and make them look like new. And with Wesley's larger new facility, including 2 full-size paint booths, they can get you fixed up fast. Always free estimates, best price on repair work, insurance claims welcomed, and service with a smile. That's Wesley's Paint and Body, Highway 78 East in Anniston.
What a beautiful night for softball it is, and what a beautiful scene it is, and what a great game and a great strategy in that last inning.
Yeah, if you're an Oxford fan, just kind of got to wipe your forehead after that one. As you know, I had to know a lot of them were sweating out there with bases loaded, and cleanup hitter Carly Wood up to bat. She just missed that last pitch, hit it deep out to left field, but the Oxford outfield continues to play well, backing up their pitchers. As they're still alive here in the top of the 4th. Still a 0-0 score.
Leading it off for the Wildcats. The Yellow Jackets will be Taylor Ellis. No, excuse me, Morgan Whaley. Taylor Ellison batted in that last the inning we were hunting plugs down here on the ground below us.
Swinging on the first pitch again. She fouls that one off. Oxford hitters have certainly been aggressive.
Oh, change up. Good and low, but on the ground. 1-1.
Yeah.
Whaley held off on it.
Yeah, she did, and we really haven't seen Snyder throw her changeup a whole lot this game. She struggled earlier in the day to locating it as she left it over the plate a few times. And
there's a fly ball in the left center field. That ball's going to drop for a base hit, and Morgan Whaley continues her good hitting on the day. She was 1 for 2 in the first game. She's 1 for 2 in this game.
Yeah, good job by her, just getting the bat around, quick hands.
You got to wonder if she can get down to second. Do we see a possible pinch runner for her?
Well, she's going to stay out there.
You might want to wait till she gets to second maybe, but still, as it looks like Larkin may sacrifice bunt. She did that earlier today. Fouled back this way.
Yeah, and she showed it a little late. Like she may have been trying to do a base hit, but
yeah,
she fouls it back. Oxford had some big sacrifice bunts earlier against Alexandria. Had back-to-back innings where they got the leadoff batter on just like they did now, and then bunted them over, and then knocked him in with a run. So with hits.
Pitch to Larkin, gets it down. Snyder picks it up, throws to first. Runners on second with only 1 out.
And they've really done a great job executing that sack bunt today throughout their lineup. Different spots in the order, as it'll be up to Trantham now.
Trantham had 3 straight hits until she struck out in her last at bat. She's got a runner in scoring position. Jackett's got her down, Whaley down there. She hits a shot to the shortstop. Wood picks it up, fakes a throw, dives to the runner and gets her.
What a play.
Faked the runner out on second and dived and caught Whaley and tagged her out. That takes a lot of guts because you don't make that.
I think she faked everybody.
Play, yeah.
I saw her get the ball, and then I immediately turned to first and didn't see a throw, and then turned back around, and sure enough, she faked it. And by that time, she already tagged the runner out. So great play, great instincts by Shelby Wood.
You don't
knowing to fake her out.
You don't make that play. 2 runners are on with 1 out.
That's an excellent play by the sophomore.
High and inside. That just shows the grit.
Oh man,
this team. They're not afraid to anything.
We described that particular player, Shelby Wood.
And we've got a
scrappy earlier.
Yeah, we're gonna get another look at that play in a minute. Umpire now looking down out the second base umpire. But that was a great fake.
It's a big play. It's really demoralizing. Oxford's got 2 outs now. Run on first.
Here's a strike. Let's take another look at that play. Oh, we got it from behind, too. Oh, there it is. A great look at her, dive at her. Got her just as she
watch
got
her
in.
Get up after this, though. If we got a shot of it, she's pumped up.
Wow, what a play.
She's a competitor.
Isn't she, though? Here's a shot past Snyder. Scrambled at second base. Did they get her?
No.
No. Ball just touching 2 or 3 gloves on that play, but just found a way to get in there as Howell gets on with a single, and the runners at first and second now. Makes that play again by Wood. Huge.
And Oxford has been able to get things going a couple of times, or last game they did a couple of times against Alexandria with 2 outs. So they'll look to do that here with runners on first and second.
Pitch is a strike. Oxford 4 hits in the game. White Plains only 1. No score. This is where Snyder's at her best. There's a ground ball, second base, flip to first. Hinton makes the play, and the inning is over. We've played 3 1/2, no score.
This is a national healthcare alert from the Health Hotline. If you, a family member, or a loved one suffers from knee pain and have Medicare as your primary insurance, we've got great news. You could qualify for a pain-relieving knee brace at little or no cost to you. Get free delivery, and all the paperwork is handled by our accredited suppliers at no charge to you. If you're on Medicare and have knee pain, don't wait. You may qualify to immediately receive a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost. Call the Health Hotline right now for details toll-free at 877-798-5734. Friendly agents are standing by 24/7 to help you. We also have other pain-relieving braces available for shoulder, ankle, and your back. You may be eligible to receive these items and more at little or no cost to you as well. Call right now for details toll-free at 877-798-5734. Please remember this number, 877-798-5734. Our friendly representatives are standing by now to take your call. Please call us right now at 877-798-5734.
Once again, both teams just battling and battling and battling. It's a game of strategy and great plays, and we've had them here so far. As we go to the bottom of the fourth of a scoreless tie, both teams have had chances. White Plains had a chance in the third. Oxford has had scoring opportunities in the last 2 innings and unable to get a run home.
Yeah, both teams have made the plays they needed to defensively. And in the circle, 2 great defensive performances from both teams today, as Lauren Mueller will try to lead it off for White Plains. She struck out swinging her first at bat. She led off the second inning just like she'll do the fourth.
If you've never been out to Oxford Lake, great place to come. They have some of the best French fries and cheeseburgers you'd ever eat. Skinner pitches, took a little bit off of it, and a big sweeping swing and a miss by Lauren Mueller.
Yeah, Mueller was guessing first pitch fastball, and she came in with a changeup way out in front of that. That's a great pitch by Skinner, able to throw that for a first pitch strike.
These Oxford pitchers have just been a great thing to watch tonight, along with Anna Snyder. Fouled off. No balls and 2 strikes.
And just as is that Whaley? Was that her name? What's her name? The other pitcher for Oxford. I can't her name.
Riley Waldrop.
Waldrop. Whaley.
Yeah.
What am I talking about? Waldrop, just like she did in the last game against Alexandria, getting ahead of hitters.
Yeah.
Skinner's really done the same.
Swing and a miss on the outside, pitch low and in the dirt. Another job of completely fooling the White Plains hitters.
Yeah, they've fallen for that one on the outside and low, and also that fastball she likes to throw up with 2 strikes as well. I've got her with 4 strikeouts now in the game for Skinner.
Yeah, Mueller's had 2 of those strikeouts. Struck out her last at bat in the 6th inning of the previous game. So ball's high.
And she's done a good job of getting the leadoff hitters out.
Yeah.
The last 3 innings, she struck out the leadoff hitters. So that's big when you can go ahead and get that first out before anybody else gets on base.
Pitch low and on the knees, too low. It'll be a ball. You look back at some of the numbers, she's pitched 10 innings against White Plains. She's only allowed the first runner on twice. There's a looping fly ball, center field liner coming on, makes the running catch.
Yeah, you can tell she was playing in a little bit, knowing that hitting's not really a power hitter, so good job of being aware of that by the coaching staff and the Oxford outfield, as she's able to come in and make that play fairly routinely.
Lauren Donson, she struck out her first time up and struck out in the 4th inning of the game this afternoon, so she's had 2 straight strikeouts against Skinner. She also singled in the 2nd inning of that game.
I think this is that still Dodson?
Oh, no, we're going to have a pinch hitter.
Yeah, I think it is pinch hitter.
That's Lucy Meadows coming in.
I thought that was. She's taking a deep breath as she goes up at the plate. This may be her first at bat today, so big spot for her with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
She takes it on the inside corner for a strike.
Man, that's the 2nd time this inning she's been able to throw that changeup for a first pitch strike. Good job by Lucy holding off on that one.
And on the knees, too, on the inside corner. What a pitch. Way up high, ball 1, 1-1.
Another patient at bat there by her. She lays off that high pitch fastball. A lot of White Plains hitters are going for today.
Takes it inside, just misses, 2-1. Meadows batting for Dotson. Bounce it to the first baseman, Trantham makes the play. And the inning is over. Another 1-2-3 inning. We'll go to the 5th. Still no score.
Have you got the new car itch but don't want to take the plunge with a brand new car? How about getting the most car for the money at Avery Auto Sales? They have a large selection of cars with even some 2014s in the mix. And if you're worried about your credit, don't. They can help get you back on your credit feet with guaranteed approval. Check them out online at AveryAutoSales.net. Then when you see something you like, call them at 256-835-8897 for a test drive. Or just go by. Avery Auto Sales is located on Highway 78 East between Highway 78 and Snow Street in Oxford. That's Avery Auto Sales.
Do you owe the IRS back taxes? Are you being threatened with levies or garnishments? Is the IRS investigating or auditing you? Don't call the IRS alone. Let our experts negotiate for you so you pay the IRS as little as possible. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes to the IRS, call now and see if you qualify to pay less.
An important message for Americans in need of health insurance. If there's been a recent change in your life, you are eligible for immediate protection under the Affordable Care Act. If you're uninsured because you missed the enrollment deadline, we can help. To get the protection you need, you can visit the Healthcare Exchange and spend hours exploring your options. Or you can make a single call to Health Markets and let us do the legwork for you at no cost or obligation. Health Markets Insurance Agency searches thousands of health insurance plans on the exchange and off, from more than 120 leading companies like United Healthcare, Humana, and more. We'll find you the right insurance coverage and guarantee the lowest price for plans we offer. And if you qualify for a government subsidy, we'll make sure you get the tax credits you deserve. Talk to us on the phone or meet with a local licensed representative. Why pay more than you have to or risk going without the coverage you need? Put our free service to work for you.
Call 800-797-1292. 800-797-1292.
Amber Dempsey batting with one out. Takes it inside. Let's take a look at the previous play where Ashley Miller tried to bunt and get on and was thrown out. It was a close call. Let's see if he was out or not. Boy, I can't tell.
It was close.
It was close.
It was close. Usually the tie goes to, let's see. Oh, she got it.
I believe she beat it out. Yeah. She was safe by just a hair. Yeah. Safe. So liner's out. Amber Dempsey now got 2 balls and a strike on her.
And she had a hard hit line drive out in the left center.
Pitch, there's a ground ball to the second baseman Hinton. She makes the play. We go to the top of the Oxford order. Haley Liner up 0 for 2. This game 1 for 3 in the first and 1 for 5. She may be due. Steiner just breezing along. Oxford swinging at first pitches.
Yeah, they've really given her some breaks today swinging at those first pitches in both games.
You'd have to think it's probably saved her 20 or 30 pitches a game.
Yeah. And she's already well rested enough as it is. I don't know if that's something they talked about before the game, maybe that's the most hittable pitch that Snyder throws, that first pitch fastball, is that's typically what she'll bring.
Change up, popped up. Liner just got under it. Shortstop Wood goes over to make the play, and we're quickly through the 5th inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. No score.
Listen, if we even think you owe us money, you won't know what hit you. We'll put liens on everything you own. Raid your bank accounts, retirement fund, pension. You'll open up your paycheck and cry because we'll already have the money. We'll haul you into federal court and you might even go to jail. Hey, it's our job.
Don't fight the IRS alone. The Tax Doctor is here to help you negotiate your tax bill and reduce your stress. Our experts will fight for you using IRS guidelines to stop any IRS actions like bank levies or wage garnishments. Plus, eliminate penalties and interest and reduce your past tax bill so you pay the IRS less. Help is here to deal with the IRS to reduce your stress. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, do not call the IRS alone. Call a tax doctor now for a tax emergency analysis.
I'd have my mom call the number on the screen. You come see me alone. We'll work it out. Really, we will.
Time to crank out a few jackets here at Oxford Lake. Unfortunately, mine is in the car as we speak. It's getting a little bit of chill in the air, but good weather to play softball in. Keeps you from sweating. And we've got a game here that's just hanging on the edge right now. No score as we enter the bottom half of the fifth inning, and you just don't know who's going to get that run.
Yeah, 8-9-1 up again for White Plains. They started it off in the third inning. Rouse actually struck out swinging, and then Pinto came up with that big double out in left field. I think we got another pinch hitter, Brant, for Rouse. I can't get that number.
I can't see it either right now. And the pitch is going to be...
It's like number 3.
Number 3. I'm not sure I've got that name on our... Yeah. I just don't know what her name is. Let me look, see if I can find it on our roster here.
So that's 2 straight spots in the order that have been pitch hit for the Wildcats.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2. No score. This game just... That's Ailey Martin, number 3, a sophomore for the White Plains Wildcats, and she goes down with a strikeout.
And that's really tough to ask of somebody to come off the bench and face somebody like Skinner, the kind of pitches that she throws. I mean, we've already seen that White Plains, some of the regular players who have seen her multiple times today still haven't quite figured her out and really hit a ball hard. So,
well, if I know Coach Ford, what she's doing is she's sending a message to the person that she's pinch hitting for.
Yeah.
So the next time up, they'll probably be re-entered into the lineup. They'll have a little bit different attitude.
Competition.
Yeah, going up to the plate.
Makes you better. I'm sure that's what she is doing, Brent.
Yeah. Isabel Pinto takes it way up high. 1 ball and 1 strike. White Plains has only had 1 hit, 3 walks. A couple of them really intentional to Snyder. And another high, 2-1.
And it was Pinto that had the only hit, the double back in the third inning to get things going for him.
Yeah.
As they left the bases.
She almost hit it out too.
Yes, she did. She hit it deep to left field. She's playing back a little further this time.
Took a good hack right there, but missed it. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
She had that base hit on a 1-2 count, so tough with 2 strikes.
Here comes the 2-2 by Skinner. Line drive by the third baseman. Pinto's going to round first, look for 2. Not going to go, going to drop back, but Isabel Pinto, 2 for 2 in the 9th spot for the Jackets, and they've got a runner on first with only 1 out.
That's 2 hits with 2 strikes on her, hitting the ball hard too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, both hits. I mean, they haven't been infield singles that she's had to beat out or anything. I mean, she's hit both balls really hard, and that's big for the Wildcats to have that base runner as the top of the order comes back up, and they're looking to redeem themselves from the third inning when they were unable to score any runs.
Here's Shelby Woods. She walked in that third inning. She did her part. Then the Jackets walk Snyder with 2 men on to get to Carly Wood, and Carly Wood fly down to left to end the rally. And they may be in that same kind of situation right now. Wood takes a big cut.
I'm telling you that with no strikes, you can bet she's going to swing out of her shoes. I mean, she was looking all the way over the third baseline that time. That's really okay to do. I mean, you don't, not necessarily mechanically, but with no strikes, I mean, that's the kind of swing you're supposed to have. I mean, why not? I mean, if somebody that like Wood who can hit the ball as hard as she can.
Ball up around her neck, but she gets the bunt down this time. Larkin fires a BB to first, back to second with a throw by Miller. Diving back in was Pinto at second base. Heads up play on her part, not getting picked off, but the sacrifice accomplished. They're going to leave it up to Greenwood and Snyder now to get that run in.
And that was a shot by Larkin over at third base to get that out from the speedy Shelby Wood with 2 outs and Amber Greenwood up at the plate.
She had something on that throw.
She did.
The pitch to Greenwood high and inside as Pinto leads off second for the second time in this game.
And if you're Oxford, both Greenwood and Snyder are dangerous at the plate, but you probably much rather deal with Greenwood than Snyder on deck.
Got the inside corner.
I say that. I mean, they're both great hitters. They're both plenty capable of hitting the ball anywhere in the park, but it's.
Yeah, Greenwood has had 2 doubles off of Skinner today. Snyder a homer and a double. Greenwood hits a little fly ball to the shortstop. It's caught by Ellison, and the inning is over. We'll go to the 6th. Still no score.
Having opportunities to stand on some old sacred ground, I often wonder about the lives of these people. Everybody wants to be remembered, and every life tells a story. Like my great-great-grandfather, he was shot, captured, and held prisoner during the Civil War, but sadly, I don't know how he met my great-great-grandmother. I wish I had an opportunity to read their biography, see their life in pictures, and listen to words of wisdom they may have left for us. So imagine information like this being recorded and stored about your family for your future generations. Miller Funeral Home has partnered with BeRemembered.com so you can be remembered how you choose to be remembered, making your life story extraordinary for your future great-great-grandchildren. I believe in this so much, it's not only free, we will give you a discount for participating. So visit us or log on to our website, MillerFuneralHomeOxford.com, and be remembered by your future generations.
Back at lovely Oxford Lake. A lot of zeros on the board as Oxford and White Plains head to the top of the 6th.
Only a couple.
Yeah, go ahead, Tom.
Only a couple of innings left. Oxford really needs to take advantage of this opportunity they have with 2, 3, 4 coming up. Both teams have just been hanging around, yet either to score, but only got so many opportunities left. This is the ideal spot for the number 2 hole hitter Ellison to come through with a leadoff hit, and then with Whaley, Larkin, and Trantham behind her, who have all been swinging it pretty well in this tournament. A great opportunity for them to finally get on the scoreboard.
Both teams have the middle of their orders coming up here in this 6th inning. There's a bunt by Ellison. I don't think they're going to throw her out.
She's safe.
And she beats it out. I was going to be a little cautious that time. I couldn't see the play at first.
I could actually see it that time. But good bunt by Ellison, laying that down late. She showed it late, able to beat it out. Greenwood zipped it over there and a little bit low, but she's just able to beat it out with her speed.
Get this, Ellison is now 3 for 4 in her last 4 at-bats against Snyder. Here's another bunt by Whaley. She gets down with a good sacrifice and moves the runner on in second base with 1 out.
And they do it again. If Oxford gets that leadoff hitter on, you can pretty much guarantee they're going to sack bunt him over. That's your 3-hole hitter there, laying down the sack bunt, Whaley. But they've really been able to take advantage of it for the most part today. Twice against Alexandria, they were able to bunt that runner over second and knock him in with a base hit.
They usually do it on the first pitch too. Do a great job with it. Here's a little pop to the pitcher. It's gonna be a great diving catch out there by the catcher.
What a play.
Carly Wood just come from out of nowhere to grab that thing.
Her sister made a great play a couple of innings ago, faking the throw to first and tagging the runner out at second. And
let's take a look at that run by hit by Taylor Ellison just a moment ago. We can here. Hannah Snyder just got out of the way. Here's the replay. Ooh, I'm not so sure. She might not have beat that thing over at first. The ball hit the ground and then went up into the glove of the first baseman, but nevertheless, it's an out. The runner's on second.
No, she was safe.
Oh, was she safe?
Yeah, Ellison was safe. She's on second.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Ellison was safe. Wrong batter. There's a fly ball spinning into left center field. It's going to be dropped by the left fielder. Run scores. And the runner is on second base as Mackenzie Trantham comes up with a double with 2 outs, and the Jackets lead 1-0.
And the Jackets able to take advantage of that leadoff hitter getting on again. As we just showed the replay, Ellison was able to beat the throw out to first, advance to second on the sack bunt. Of course, Carly Wood made that great play for the second out, but then Trantham it's a deep ball to left field. Left fielder out there just wasn't able to pull it down, so Oxford is finally on the scoreboard with a 1-0 lead.
That ball was tailing away from the center fielder Pinto and going towards Rouse, and it caused a bit of confusion, and the ball dropped in between them.
She almost made it.
Change up, beautiful change up got the outside corner for a strike on the 7th grader Sarah Howell, who steps in with a chance to give her Jackets maybe a 2-run lead. Ground ball to third. Greenwood takes a short hop, fires over to first to get the final third out. But the Jackets, they get on the board. They take a 1-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the 6th.
Being a doctor, I know the symptoms of a heart attack. To experience them yourself is something completely different. When I woke up with severe pain in my arms and chest, I hesitated. When the pain persisted, I chose RMC. Thanks to RMC's staff and Dr. Yamamura, my bypass surgery was a success. It's comforting to know we have quality doctors right here in Calhoun County. Regional Medical Center, advanced technology, advanced care.
Yes, Mommy's coming over again. Thank you for introducing us.
Of course I love him. And he's never late.
I'm just so happy. He always seems to know the right thing to do. It's not easy to find someone like that.
Yes, I'm going to show him the shower. You're so bad.
Oh, gotta go. Bye.
For any residential or commercial plumbing needs, call Ted's Plumbing in Anniston, serving Calhoun and surrounding counties since 1985.
All of a sudden, White Plains finds themselves down for the first time maybe in this tournament, as they're down 1-0 here in the 6th inning. They've sort of been on cruise control. They beat Saxe 11-0, Piedmont 6-1, and Oxford 2-1 to get to here. And Anna Snyder's going to lead it off, and we're going to see if the Jackets are going to pitch to her. They have not done so her last 3 at-bats. They've walked her.
And much like Oxford last inning, White Plains is in a real good part of their order with Snyder leading it off. 3-4-5 coming up. White Plains got to get something going offensively as Oxford was able to score that run. The lone run of the game in the top of the 6th. Only a few opportunities left for the Wildcats at the plate. But who else would you want up there if you're a White Plains fan than Anna Snyder?
Well, if you have the lead, do you pitch to her? Let's see. Outside ball, 1-0.
I think we'll see a much similar approach to her last at bat when she's walked twice, but they're going to try to throw her outside.
And nobody's hitting right now behind her. They got a strike on her. It's the first strike
they did. I don't think she was expecting. Yeah. I don't think she was ready for it.
That's the first strike since about 2:15 this afternoon that Snyder's seen.
I don't think she was ready for that one.
No.
It kind of was over the good part of the plate.
Ball low, 2-1.
But you got to think with one strike, just kind of want to go right at her now.
I don't know. You got
on the outside corner.
You got all those hitters after her that haven't had a hit. They did come after her though, a little low and inside, but they're being real smart about it. They're not getting anything up.
They're not. She's
2 pitches up to Snyder's enough.
Being real cautious, understandably.
Skinner looks the 3-1, outside ball 4.
And White Plains will take that leadoff runner on first base.
Yep.
You put it in the hands of of the middle of the order now with Carly Wood. She's due. She really is. She's had a difficult time today. In today's game, she's flied out twice. So now it's another opportunity for her to come through.
A high pop. It's coming right back at us. Just hits the screen, rattles around. Tony Bolton kind of gave it a little elbow and knocked it back towards the White Plains dugout.
He may need to go see the chiropractor on Monday.
He may need to see one after that move. No balls and 1 strike. Carly Wood sitting on fastball. She gets it, pops it up. Larkin comes over to make the play. 1 big out here in the 6th inning.
Yeah, Carly Woods just had a tough day. Just hasn't been her day at the plate. She flies out for the 3rd time in this game.
She's 0 for 6 now in her last 2 games, and Lauren Mueller steps up behind her, and she's 0 for 5.
Somebody's got to come through. It can't just be Anna Snyder. Somebody's got to have a big hit.
They try a bunt this time as Mueller misses for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Right now, JoJo Skinner twirling a masterpiece.
Yeah, and she's got 5 strikeouts on the day. 2 of those were on Mueller in the 2nd and 4th inning.
High and inside as Mueller tries to bunt. Fouls it off. No balls and 2 strikes.
I wonder if White Plains shouldn't try to steal Snyder maybe. I mean, she's pretty quick, but
yeah,
you got to get her over there in scoring position somehow.
Yeah, you got the bottom of the order coming up, and you know that 4 through 8 spot has really hurt White Plains tonight because most of the time they've been hitting, and tonight they've been, both games, if you look at it, they've been swinging with outside pitches and high and inside pitches, and just been totally thrown off balance by Skinner.
Yeah, and Mueller in particular has looked pretty uncomfortable as she's had
3 straight strikeouts now.
Difficulty with the changeup and that high fastball that Skinner likes to throw.
There's a high fly to the shortstop. Caught as Ellison records the second out of the inning. Ashlyn Hinton now, she's stepping in. She's made 5 consecutive outs herself, including this afternoon and tonight.
And we've seen a lot of pop-ups today from White Plains. Aside from Isabella Pinto in that 9-hole spot, we really haven't seen any hard hit balls. They just had a difficult time.
There's a ground ball to Skinner. She's got it. Throw to first, and Jackets retire. They're on their way here to the 7th inning with a 1-0 lead.
Have you got the new car itch but don't want to take the plunge with a brand new car? How about getting the most car for the money at Avery Auto Sales? They have a large selection of cars with even some 2014s in the mix. And if you're worried about your credit, don't. They can help get you back on your credit feet with guaranteed approval. Check them out online at AveryAutoSales.net. Then when you see something you like, call them at 256-835-8897 for a test drive. Or just go by. Avery Auto Sales is located on Highway 78 East between Highway 78 and Snow Street in Oxford. That's Avery Auto Sales.
At RMC, we love serving people in the small towns of Northeast Alabama. The lifestyle, the food, the people. But make no mistake, there's nothing small about the care we provide. In fact, we're a member of the UAB Cancer Network and have the Blue Distinction Award for cardiac care and are rated in the top 5% in the country by the Commission on Cancer.
It's not about the size of the town.
It's not about the size of the town.
It's not about the size of the town.
It's about the strength of our regional health system.
We're going to the 7th. Oxford leading 1-0. White Plains trying to keep it right there. Oxford win forces a game 2 and denies White Plains a chance to win the county championship.
Oxford looking to get that leadoff hitter on again. They've been able to do that the last couple innings, and then they pretty much guarantee they're going to bunt him over like that, and they've executed it so well today.
Here's Grace Mitchell swinging. That first pitch fouls it off. If memory serves me correctly, Oxford led this game last year, something similar to this, but White Plains came back to win it, but it wasn't quite this late in winning it. It's like 2-0 at one point in about the 4th inning. Here's a little looping fly ball. It's going to be caught by Wood behind the third baseman, Greenwood, and Mitchell goes down. We have one out in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, and Snyder would love nothing more than to have a quick inning as she's facing 7, 8, 9 here with Miller coming up to bat. Want to get the Wildcats back in the dugout, try to get something going offensively and extend this game.
Ashlyn Miller steps in, 0 for 2 on the night. She swings again at the first pitch. I believe you're right, Connor. They're swinging with that first pitch that Snyder throws.
Yeah, that was inside.
Almost everybody.
Too. You got to wonder if coaches didn't tell them to do that.
So that's going to be their best pitch. Hit that one. Don't get in the hole behind her.
Yeah. That's really why we haven't seen a whole lot of breaking balls from her.
Yeah.
They swing at that first pitch fastball.
There's a changeup. It's high. Ball and a strike.
We've only seen that pitch a handful of times from her today.
And Snyder's only struck out 2 Jackets. There's a grounder to first. Picked up by Mueller. Steps on the bag. Quickly 2 outs here in the top of the 7th.
Really throughout her whole career, just from the times I've seen her, Anna Snyder has never been a real overpowering pitcher. She's not she's not going to rack up on the strikeouts, but she just throws strikes. She's able to force batters to put the ball in play, and she's had good defense behind her. That's really been the way she's played her entire career.
Little looping fly ball to the second baseman. Hinton throws to first. First pitch swinging, and we're out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 7th. White Plains has a chance to win it or lose it.
Hey, common sense.
Whoa, why so slow?
Got internet from the phone company.
And the more things we turn on, the slower everything goes.
No, DSL might have been okay in the past, but not anymore. The more tablets, laptops, and smartphones you have, the more you need the speed of Cable One high-speed internet.
Yeah, I think we've reached a new low and slow.
Yeah. Cable One, it's just common sense.
Attention, if you're a man who has taken Androgel or a similar testosterone therapy product and you experienced a heart attack, pulmonary embolism, or any other cardiac event, call us right now. New studies indicate the use of low T products or testosterone therapy can actually double a man's risk of heart attack. If you or a loved one took Androgel or another low T product and suffered a heart attack, stroke, or any other cardiac event, you may be entitled to significant financial compensation. Call us right now for a free confidential consultation.
Who did you let down today? Your wife? Your kids? Well, how about yourself? Take a look in the mirror. If you're tired of your drug and alcohol problem, you need to fix the problem, and right now, before you hurt or kill yourself, or worse yet, somebody else. Call the addiction specialist now at the Reset Addiction Treatment Helpline. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We'll find you the right treatment regardless of your financial situation. When you call right now, you'll speak to a recovering addict who understands what you're going through right now. Let us help you break your addiction to drug and alcohol before it's too late. This call is completely confidential and free. So take 5 minutes of your time and call us right now. We're here answering the phone. I promise it'll change your life.
Call right now, 1-877-798-5754. 1-877-798-5754. That's 1-877-798-5754. 1-877-798-5754.
Caitlin Cobb steps into the pinch hit for the Lauren Dodson spot in the lineup, and seen Cobb play a few times. She can bunt. She pinch runs a lot. She plays second base when she's in there. She hustles. She hits the ball to right field. Well, and I've seen her play some good ball on some Saturday tournaments over here. She's a fighter as well.
Yeah, I think we can expect her to maybe try to lay down a bunt here, beat one out, get on base any way she can. White Plains really desperate to get something going offensively here in the bottom of the seventh.
Very small target for Skinner to throw to. First thing she does, it gets a called strike on her.
I was going to say she went too. I think it would have been a ball, but the barrel of the bat went around a little bit too much.
Pitch to Skinner, swing and a miss. Strike two.
That's such a tough spot to come into in the game.
Oh yeah,
when you haven't played all day, bottom of the seventh in a championship game. Of course, still can stay alive with the next game if they do lose this one.
Ball low and outside, 1-2. Cobb trying to find any way to get on. Of course, the bunt's kind of taken away from her now with 2 strikes. Coach Ford trying to find somebody with a hot hand. Swing and a miss. Great pitch by Skinner.
She took a little bit off that one high. Got her chasing. Like we said, that's just a tough spot to come into. As Skinner's got another strikeout. I think that's 6 on the day for her. And Rouse will enter back into the game after she was pinch hit for in the 5th inning. So she'll look to try to get something going with 1 out.
Skinner's now pitched 12 1/3 innings of shutout baseball. Or excuse me, 12 and 13 innings if you count the last 2 hitters in the first inning of the last game, and I was only allowed 4 White Plains hits.
Only that first inning of the first game, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. She's been absolutely magnificent.
By both Oxford pitchers. I'm very impressed.
Got the strike on the knees, it would appear, but
I think it's
no, a little low.
Yeah.
The umpire's so slow to come out of his crouch, you might say. You don't know if he's going to come out and raise that right arm or not. There's a high pop down the first baseline. It's going to be out of play. And the count goes to 2-1. JoJo Skinner just throwing a masterpiece. It's like watching Maddox and Smoltz.
She is. She's just been in control. That's the best word to describe her. In control all day long.
Waldrop is Maddox. Skinner's Maddox and Waldrop to Smoltz. Former Braves has another foul ball, 2 strikes.
And if you're Rouse, you got to choke up with 2 outs, have a short swing. Just want to put something in play, give yourself a chance. You can't have another strikeout. You got Isabella Pinto on deck, so the only 2 hits of the day in that 9 spot for the Wildcats. So if she can just find a way to get on base with Pinto behind her and the top of the order to follow, you got to like the Wildcats' chances to get back in this game.
Funny thing about it, Pinto's been on twice, and Oxford's managed to weave their way through that top of the order. Can they do it one more time? Swing and a miss on an inside pitch. Again, just a great place for that pitch, and another strikeout.
Yeah, back-to-back strikeouts for Skinner. And if you're White Plains, we got Pinto up, who's 2 for 2. But if they do end up losing this one, you're really going to look back at that 3rd inning in particular when Pinto had that leadoff double.
Yeah.
Or a double with 1 out, had the bases loaded. Carly Wood up to bat, couldn't come through. They've left runners out. They've had their opportunities, just haven't been able to capitalize. But Pinto's going to look to stay hot.
Got the pitch. Skinner just right now, just an artist at work.
She is.
Pinto stands in it though. Pinto 2 for 2 against her. The only 2 hits off of her.
2 hard hits at that. Really the only 2 hard hit balls against Skinner today.
Skinner again coming high and inside with that rise ball. And it's just overwhelming the White Plains hitters as it rises and rises and they swing underneath it.
1 strike away from 2nd game.
Swing and a miss, swing at the same pitch. Game is over. 9 Ks for Skinner. She had 8 Ks in the first game, 17 strikeouts in the last 13 and 2/3 innings for the Oxford Yellow Jacket starting pitcher. And wow, what a game. Final score, Oxford 1, White Plains nothing.
Oops, had a fender bender? Have them tow it or take it yourself to Wesley's Paint and Body. Baker Reynolds and his guys have been this area's go-to team for quality automotive body repair and paint work for years. All makes and models, foreign or domestic, they take them crashed and make them look like new. And with Wesley's larger new facility, including 2 full-size paint booths, they can get you fixed up fast. Always free estimates, best price on repair work, insurance claims welcomed, and service with a smile. That's Wesley's Paint and Body, Highway 78 East in Anniston.
Taking the 1-0 victory over White Plains, a masterpiece, JoJo Skinner.
Yeah, the Oxford pitchers have just been on it today. Skinner and then Waldrop before her. Only giving up 2 hits to the 9-hole hitter of all players for the Wildcats. That's just in control was JoJo Skinner, and Oxford did just enough at the plate to get the win.
Once again, the final score 1-0. We'll be right back with the championship game where both teams have a chance to win the championship.
This has been an exclusive sports production of FNN, the Friday Night Network.